question. We do it from the most logical transition. Additionally, so addition, we add. In many cases, exemplification. To give example, as a result, cause and effect. However, contradiction. So now we're going to take a sentence before and sentence after. Okay, let's try. Now I'm going to take this part and this part. It's easy. For years, biologists have experimented with using grime-eating bacteria rather than harsh chemical to clean artworks. And results have been impressive overall. Okay, now this is a general statement talking about that the scientists or the biologists start using grime eating bacteria instead of harsh chemical to clean artworks. Then after that he said what? These bacterial strains, which can metabolize centuries worth of oil, glue, dirt, and other surface impurity without creating harmful byproducts, have proven more effective than traditional chemical cleaning method. Okay, I think now he restated the same sentence again. Do we have similarity here? No, we don't have. We don't have. Is it cause and effect? No. Is it contradiction? No. Does he add? No, he's just speak about the same thing again. So it's an exemplification. Example. He just give us an example of what this kind of bacterial will work with any kind of harsh artworks. So the answer is B. Clear, Lean?
Clear.
Clear, Malak?
Clear.
Clear, Riyad?
Clear.
Number 6, please write the answer. It was homework, guys. I got the answer from Malak, from Yara, from Laith, from Zahra, from Lean, from Riyadh, Zahra, open your camera, please. From Rahaf, from Badr. Okay, unfortunately, we have only one that got this wrong. Again, how I know that this is transition from most logical transition. For this reason, is cause and effect. For example, exemplification. However, contradiction. Likewise, agreement. So let's find a sentence before and a sentence after. As you can find, here the sentence before, here the sentence after. He said stories passed down among the area confederated tribes of Celts. Indians support this belief. Okay, someone gonna ask me, what kind of belief that he's talking about? You can read a sentence before, no problem. You can read a sentence before to know what kind of belief that they are talking about. So researchers believe that pieces of hull found off Oregon coast are from a Spanish cargo ship that was lost in 1697. Then he said stories passed down among the area confederated tribes Celts Indians support this belief. Then he said Celt stories describe how blocks of beeswax, an item the ship had been carrying, began washing ashore after the ship was lost. This is an example of the stories that start passed down? Yes, it's an example. So here it's for example. Exemplification, Riyadh. This is the second one that is exemplification and you didn't get it, Riyadh. Clear, Riyadh?
Yes, miss.
Okay. Let's go to number 7. Also, it was homework. I got the answer from Laith, from Badr, from Lean, from Zahra, from Yara, from Malak. Waiting for Riyadh and Rahaf. Okay. Just wait. Just wait. We're gonna find. From Rahaf and from Riyadh. You didn't study this, Riyadh. You didn't study. We had 3 that they got a mistake in. Let's find. Furthermore, addition. By contrast, contradiction. Similarly, agreement. And then the first time to see that is. That is explanation. Then the first time. That is explanation. I think now you know the answer. Let's take a sentence before and a sentence after. So till here. Yes, till here. Uh-huh. In a heated debate in biography, the field is divided between dispersonalist and vicarincist. So now there is a debate about biography between 2 groups, dispersonalist and vicarincist. Let's find after. There are those who argue that dispersal is the most crucial determining factor in species distribution, and those who insist that vicariance, separation due to geographic barriers, is biographical. Sand Merton counts herself among neither. So here, what come after is explanation. Is what about the debate? The debate is between them, but he start to give more information about it. So the answer is that is. I know that the first time. I'm not gonna blame you about that is, but you have to take care that some transition we're gonna take it while we are solving. Because of that, I ask you to solve on the one prep to have more clarification about those kind of transition. Clear, Lean?
Clear.
Clear, Riyadh?
Clear.
Clear, Rahaf?
Mm.
The last one to go to the new skill. Zara, concentrate here. Forget about the one in front of you. I got the answer from Badr. Again, there is a new word that you're gonna find in this list. I got the answer from Rahaf. Just wait. I'm gonna say it by the end. On the contrary, contradiction. Open your camera, Zahra. On the contrary, contradiction. I got it from Malik. I got it from Yara. You're asking about this Riyadh or about number 7?
No, I'm asking about number 8, miss.
Okay.
Thank you.
Contradiction. Opposite to each other. I got it from Zahra. From Lean.
مستر هي بي المفروض ان هي clarification صح؟
Emphasizing. to emphasize the information. Yes, it can be clarification, but emphasizing is better.
Okay.
From Riyadh. From Laith. Okay. Unfortunately, we have two that they got this as a mistake. Let's find together. Moreover, addition. He add information. Fittingly emphasize. Nevertheless, contradiction. On the contrary, contradiction. What did you say last time, Dr. Tamer? That whenever we have two that they have the same function, put them aside. Put them aside. Maybe you're going to use them, but put them aside now. Now we need to find, is it addition or emphasizing between the two last sentences that they are here? He said here non-recyclable items, such as greasy pizza boxes, can contaminate recyclable material, rendering entire batches unusable. Okay, then after that he said non-recyclable products can damage recycling plants machinery. Ah, now we find that he talked about the same thing, but he add more information about the disadvantages of non-recyclable item. They can contaminate recyclable materials and also they can damage recycling plants. So moreover, he doesn't talk about the same topic. I'm sorry, it doesn't talk about the same thing. It talk about the topic, but with different things that he add to it. Clear, Bad?
Clear, Mister.
Clear, Riyadh?
Clear.
We have to study the transition. Without studying transition and watching the two videos, the previous one and this one, is going to be a problem. Transition actually depend on your memorizing of all the words. The main thing right now. Okay, I'm done with transition. I'm done with transition. So the first homework that you're going to do is one prep. One prep. All transitions question. Transitions that they are 161 questions. This number one. Number two, in my website, Dr. Tamer, you're gonna find, inshallah, I'm gonna upload, I'm gonna open it. A quiz, but this you're gonna do it for transition, but please after you finish the 161 question relate to the transition. So transition quiz. Now we're gonna go to the last skill, the longest, the tallest, the most items in. Is it hard? Let's find together. I'm gonna actually ask you to guess what the answer of one question and how can you solve it. Then I'm gonna tell you my nice way to solve this kind of skill with a kind of blank of your eyes. Let me send first the file. بسم الله. No one close. يا زهرة انت في حد مشغلك قدامك يا زهرة. في حد شغلك قدامك. الدكتور ولا المهندس؟
لا مستر the door was opened فقلت أسكره.
طيب اوكي. بسم الله. This is the last skill in this domain. So like that, we are done with domain 3. We are done with domain 3. This skill, Yalin, is called rhetorical synthesis. I told you the longest skill. It's here now with you. Okay. This skill is the longest one. It looks like in length in the items that is gonna be included looks exactly like the quantitative evidence. If you remember the quantitative evidence, we have a graph, then a text, then the question, then the choices. Here is a question relate to rhetorical synthesis. Who can tell me how can we answer this kind of question? Anyone passed through this question before?
Yes, mister.
Okay, how can you solve it, Zahan?
I don't read every single point so much. Like I would just skim and scan because the answers are main points.
So again, you're gonna tell me what you're gonna do again?
I will skim and scan the points. I will not read them so closely, and
Uh-huh.
then I will
But
see
but you're
the
gonna go through
answers.
them, that right?
Yes, I will go through them, but not so much.
Okay, anybody has any kind of thing? Now Zahra said that she is gonna actually skim through the bullets here. Anybody has anything to say? طب بصوا يا شباب، والله ما هاجي جنب البولتس، والله، except in skill or in the level number 3. What I want here, just let me explain. I have an introduction here, then the bullets, then the question, then the choices. I'm not gonna come in level 1 and 2 to this part. I'm not gonna read it at all, except that it's level 3, and I'm gonna know it from the part that I'm gonna tell you right now. Okay, Dr. Tamer, wait. How are you not gonna read it? You're gonna depend on your information, your prior information? No. Here in the question, there is a goal. You have to achieve it. And this goal is gonna be similarity, differences, any kind of thing that it's easy for you. Like this one. What he wants to emphasize a similarity between the two works. That's the goal. I just want to achieve the goal from the answer down. Only, yes, I want you to pick a choice that has a similarity between two works. Okay, Dr. Tamer, what will happen if we have two choices that they are accepted? What we're gonna do? In that case, you have to return to the bullets. In that case, if we find two answers that can be accepted, you have to return back to the bullets in that case. Okay, Dr. Tamer, in level 3, is there something that will deceive us? Yes. He will ask you to give information about something that the audience unfamiliar with it. If it's unfamiliar, like I'm gonna tell you, um, give me a definition of metamorphosis for audience that they don't know about it. So here, maybe you're gonna find two answers. Talk about metamorphosis and its definition. But I want the one that it has more words. Why? Because the audience don't know about the metamorphosis. So unfamiliar. But what about if they said familiar? No, if they said familiar, don't talk more about it. They know about metamorphosis. So don't talk. Okay, let's go through this. And the question is going to look like that all the time. What you want to emphasize a similarity between the two works. Let's find. Erasure 2008 uses discarded objects such as audio cassette tapes and magnets. Homegrown 2009, however, wait. We took however before, and however is differences, contradiction. And here I need similarity, so it's not this one. And now I know the two works. Erasure and homegrown. Let's look at B. Like many of Top's sculptures, both similarity. Erasure and homegrown include discarded object. Erasure uses educated tapes and homegrown uses plastic forks. Yes, it shows the similarity between the two works with the word both. See, Top's work, which often featured discarded object, has been shown both within the United States and abroad. I'm sorry. Where are the two works? Here he mentioned two countries, or the United States and abroad. He doesn't mention any cut of works. No. Tubbs completed Erasure in 2008 and Homegrown in 2009. There is no similarity. So the answer is B. with an easy one. I never return to the bullets except that I have to answer that they are accepted down. The main thing for me is the goal. The main thing for me is the goal. Badr, clear?
Clear.
Laith,
Clear, Mr.
Dean.
Mister, can you repeat like
Okay, again. Here, this question, it has many parts. It has an introduction, it has bullets, it has the question and the choices. What I want you from you, Eileen, just to look at the goal. Just to look at the goal. The goal here, emphasize a similarity between the two works. So I need now a sentence or a choice from here, Leen, to show the similarity between two works. As we said here, however, so it showed the differences, not the similarity. Here he said both, so it showed the similarity between two works. Here he mentioned similarity, but between two countries, between the United States and abroad, not between two works. Here he mentioned the two works, but they are different. Here 2008, here 2009. So the answer is B.
okay.
Malak,
Clear.
Zahra,
Clear.
Yara,
Clear.
Riyad,
Clear.
Rahaf.
Clear.
Okay. Badr, you're gonna help me in the first one before they start writing the answer. Now this is a rhetorical synthesis question. Where is the goal, Badr?
Voice most is relevant information from the notes.
No. This is not the goal. The goal is here. The goal is what the student wants. What does the student
Okay.
want? He wants what?
Introduce
Complete.
Introduce the scientist and her field
Of study to a
study
new
of
audience. So now I have two goals here, Badr. Number one, to introduce the scientist. Number two, her field. To whom? To new audience. That means you have to talk more about the scientist and her field. Start finding this from down. Go on. I want the answer to include the scientist and her field and more information about them. More information about them. This is what he mentioned. He said to new audience. So they need to know more. I got the answer from Zahra. Perfect, Zahra. Perfect, Malak. Perfect, Yara. It's an easy one. This kind of skill will come the last question in the test. Perfect, Laith. Perfect, Riyad. No lean. ليه lean؟
أنا كنت حاسة غلط مش عارفة.
كنت حاسه ازاي؟ انا بقول لك عاوز الساينتست and her field to new audience to talk more about them
Okay.
from Badr. Waiting for Rahaf. Perfect, Rahaf. زعلتيني يا لين.
يا مستر يعني بالراحة يعني مش
Quickly,
عارفة.
Riyad. Quickly, Riyad. Okay, Lean, listen again, Lean. This kind of
Yes.
question, Lean. We depend on the goal. What is the goal? To introduce the scientist, this number one, and her field is number two. Of study to whom? To new audience. To
عرفت
talk
الإجابة.
more about that Lean. Let's find A. Located in Brazil, the Amazon Reef. Okay, maybe this is the field of study. Is one of the largest known coral reefs in the world. But where is the scientist? He just mentioned the field of study. Where is the scientist, Lean? Yes, Lean now is right. So
Thank
A
you.
is wrong. Marine biologist Camel Jasmine Jonas studies coral reef. Did the name of the scientist And he gave me everything about her title. She is working in what? She is working in marine, meaning water. Studies coral reef, did the field of study. And he mentioned the field of study. Vital underwater ecosystem that provide homes to 25% of all marine species. Thank you. So now I have the scientist and the field of study. Let's look at C. Providing homes to 25% of all marine species, including up to 8,000 species of fish. Coral reefs are vital underwater ecosystem and thus of great interest to marine biologists. Wait. He took here about the field of study, but where is the scientist? Nothing. Thank you. As Casmil Jasmine Jonas knows well, take care. He mentioned here the name of the scientist, but he didn't talk more about her. Here was more. He told me that she was marine biologist. Knows well coral reefs. Here he gave us the explanation of coral reefs. Are vital underwater ecosystem providing home to thousands of species of fish. Also it can be. But which one took more? This one. So the answer is gonna be B. Clearly?
Here.
Let's go to number 2. And Laith is gonna help me. Laith, what is the goal here?
To provide an explanation and an example of alien landforms.
Okay, so now also I have 2 goals. I need an explanation for what? Take care, because he can give you an explanation, but for the thing that he wants. He wants explanation for alien landforms, and he wants an example for alien landforms. Find the answer. I need explanation and example for alien landforms. Nothing for more than that. Explanation for alien landforms, example for alien landforms. No Badr. No Badr. Perfect lean. No Badr, I told you. It's wrong. No Laith. ما احنا قلنا هيضحك علينا. But you answered after Laith. Yes, Badr. No ملك. الشباب اتضحك عليها. الشباب اتضحك عليها. Perfect Yara. No زهرة. ضحك عليكم يا شباب. ضحك عليكم. Perfect رياض. Waiting for رهف. Perfect رهف. Again, I have here 2 goals. Yes, I know for example. But I need an example for alien landforms يا بدر. Listen here, Badr. Alien landforms are created by different wind-based process. Okay, here the explanation for alien landform. For example, some are created by wind erosion. Badr, here it's an example for the processes. Example for the processes. Not example for alien landforms. So it's no aim. انا قلت لكم هيضحك عليكم. Erosion, transportation, and deposition are 3 examples of how the wind can create alien landforms and mushroom rocks. It doesn't give me the explanation. It doesn't give me the example. C. Alien landforms, what are they? Landforms created by wind. Include, exemplification, the mushroom rock. There's an example of alien landforms. A rock formation in which the wind erodes the base of the rock faster than the top. Yes, here explanation for alien landforms and an example that is mushroom rock. If you're not sure, just return back here. If you're not sure, if you find that there is A and C, talk about the explanation for alien landform and example, return back here. You're going to find that he said, in geology, an alien landform is one that has been created by the wind. In Greek mythology, Eloise is the keeper of winds. Alien landforms are created when the wind erodes, transports, or deposits material. A mushroom rock is the rock formation in which the top is wider than the base. A mushroom rock can form when the wind erodes the base and the top at different rates. So the mushroom rock is an example of alien landforms. A mushroom rock is a rock formation that owes its shape to the wind, a natural force associated with alloys in Greek mythology. Here he gave us the example, but where is the explanation for Eloian landforms? Okay, there's a problem. Badr. Badr, clear?
Clear.
Laith,
Clear, Mr.
Malak,
Clear.
Zahra.
Clear.
Okay. Let's go to number 3 and Lean will help me. What is the goal here, Lean?
Findings to an important already
No, to
finished.
present after 2, from after 2.
Okay,
Present the study finding to an audience already familiar with thermal inversion. Thank you. What he want? He want to present the study findings. What did they find? But don't talk more about thermal inversion. Don't talk more. Talk or mention, but don't talk more about thermal inversion. Why? Because the audience are familiar with. So find the findings and don't talk more about thermal inversion. I got the answer from Riyadh. No, Riyadh. Wrong this time. From Rahaf.
مش
Excellent.
أصعب من التانيين.
لا ده سهلة جدا. أنا عاوز الفايندينجز بس ما تتكلميش كتير عن الثيرمال انفرجن. No, Zahra. What happened? From Yara. Excellent. From Riyadh. Yes, now Riyadh is right. Choose better, one of them. From Malak. Excellent, Malak. It's one of the easiest skill. No, Laith. No, Badr.
Mr. أنا wrong.
Just wait, Lean. Wrong, Lean. يا شباب يا شباب.
طب هجرب مرة تانية. Okay.
No, Zahra even. Yes, Badr. Okay, listen now, Lean. Here he said, present the study finding. I need the finding to an audience already familiar with thermal inversion. So I don't want to talk more about thermal inversion. I don't want to talk more about thermal inversion. Yes, Lean. Gas giants were likely to contain heat-absorbing metals when they featured a layer of atmosphere warmer than the layer beneath it. Researchers found this phenomenon is known as thermal inversion. So whatever is mentioned here is thermal inversion. يعني he talked more about it. No. The team studied thermal inversion, okay, in 25 gas giants, which are, he talked about the thermal inversion, which are largely composed of helium and hydrogen. Again, he took more about thermal inversion. And where are the findings? بصوا هنا قال ايه يا شباب؟ Found. I need the findings. Found. Findings. Found. Findings. So researchers found that gas giants featuring a thermal inversion. Here he talked about the gas giants, not the thermal inversion. He just mentioned the thermal inversion once, and he didn't talk about more about it. A thermal inversion were likely to contain heat-absorbing metals, which may reside in the planet's upper atmosphere. Yes, here he just mentioned the findings without talking more about the thermal inversion. Heat-absorbing metals may reside in planet's upper atmosphere. Nothing. So here the findings found. Findings found. Clear, bet?
مستر.
Clear Lays?
ليه مستر؟
Clear Lean?
Clear.
Zahra?
Clear.
Riyadh?
Clear.
Okay. Let's go number 4 and Malak will help me. What he wants here, Malak?
To emphasize the difference between the two Muslims.
Okay, done. I need to emphasize a difference between two Muslims. Wallah, it's easy. If anybody got wrong, it's going to be a problem, a big problem. I need the differences between two Muslims. I got the answer from Badr. Right, Badr? From Zahra, right. From Riyadh, right. From Yara, right. Badr. From Malak, right. From Rahaf, right. Waiting for the rest. From Laith, right. Who else left? Lean. Why all that time lean? It's easy.
Manchester.
I need the two differences between two Muslim. Differences. Contradiction. We take it in the transition. We know what are the words that show contradiction. However, although, meanwhile,
Right?
why يا لين
غلط.
وبعدين يا لين
مش
وبعدين يا لين وبعدين
طب
يا لين انا عاوز جمله بتبين الاختلاف ما بين حاجتين اسمهم ماسلنز
لا لا لا، ثانية يا مستر.
اهو مستني.
يا رب يبقى صح.
ايوه
Right؟
يا لين كده يا لين بس ما ينفعش يا
يا
لين يعني
مستر
سهله جدا.
اتلخبطت.
Okay, I want to emphasize the difference between the two muslins. Muslins can be used in a variety of ways, from making luxury clothing to upholstering furniture and creating backdrops for theater sets. Where are the two? Where are the two muslins? It's not mentioned. He just talk in general about it. Sheeting muslin is a machine made, has a coarse weight, and is used for furniture and theater sets. Okay, this one of them. Where is the other? No. Dhaka muslin is a handmade fabric with an extremely fine wave. While contradiction. Shearing muslin is machine made with a coarse wave. Yes, here it shows the differences between two kind of muslin, the Dhaka muslin and shearing muslin. The Dhaka muslin and shearing muslins are two different types of woven cotton fabrics. He says that they are two different. This is generic. No, I need something to emphasize the difference, to show what is the difference between them. So the answer is C. Clear, Eileen?
Yeah.
You wrote an answer for what, Raf? Raf, you wrote an answer for what? Hello, Raf?
For question 5.
Nah, don't hurry, Raf. Just listen to all my words. Okay. I'm not gonna give you number 5 and 6 today because if I give it to you, that means that I want from you a test for domain 3. I want you a quiz for transition. So, because as I told you, you have one prep transition, 161, and you have a quiz related to transition. I'm gonna just add for one prep that you're gonna solve some question relate to rhetorical sentences here. So one prep again is gonna be only 50 questions that relate to rhetorical sentences. rhetorical synthesis. Only 50 questions. Plus that you're gonna solve number 5 and number 6 on the sheet. Question number 5 and number 6. Next time, inshallah, after we solve number 5 and 6, I'm gonna give you the homework. It's gonna be the quiz for rhetorical synthesis plus the test for the whole domain, domain 3. And next time, we're gonna enter to domain 2. The last domain for some of you, not all of you. The last domain for some of you that they enter from with me from domain 1. The other, they're gonna be with me on the cycle. We're gonna return again after domain 1 to domain, after domain 2 to domain 1 to repeat the cycle again until you arrive to the part that you finalize with me. So again, most of the people, and I think one of them is Malak. Malak, you start with me from domain 2 in the cross-text connection, that right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you are near to finish, Malak. And I'm gonna check the others also when they joined. So the people that they are near to finish, there is another course called Advanced. This Advanced is completely different from the basics. In the Advanced, we revise and we answer tests that contain all those skills together, all these domains together. Okay? Next time, as I told you, don't forget the homework. And next time is going to be a kind of homework that is going to be a lot. And I know that next time you're going to have a kind of weekend. Yes, it's going to be the people that they are in Saudi Arabia. They have a long weekend the coming week. And I think our session is on Saturday. Uh, uh, just wait. I just want to ask you a permission before you leave, but I don't know about Ganna. The Ganna must attend to ask about this thing. Uh, can we mix the session on? Okay, we'll keep it now until everyone start to be here. Okay, Raf, I'm gonna send it for you. You can leave. Goodbye.
Uh,
Bye. Yes, Zahra.
Bye.
no,
Bye.
Lynn.
Okay, bye.
When the next session will finish? Yani next time is the last time?
Which one, Lean, again? Repeat.
The basics session.
The basics, all the sessions when you finish all the domains.
I
Four
know.
domains.
When we finish all the domains.
Yeah, when you come, I don't know when you joined. I'm gonna search actually on the WhatsApp when you joined, and
Okay.
whenever it's gonna be repeated, you're gonna leave, okay? And you're gonna go to the advanced.
أظن سيشن واحدة.
سيشن واحدة يا لين، لحظة يا لين.
أنا أول ما حضرتك بدأت